Akofi-Holison. I did my BSc in computer engineering. I'm currently a research scholar at the Net Zero Carbon Emissions Lab and pursuing an MPhil in computer engineering. My research is focused on the integration of satellite remote sensing and data-driven models for near real-time greenhouse gas monitoring in Ghana. Greenhouse gas monitoring and accounting is very important and crucial for every country because we want to reach net zero carbon emissions. One thing that my research seeks to do is that my research seeks to bridge the gap between the time latency that is between the traditional approaches for monitoring and accounting for greenhouse gas emissions, like using the IPCC methodology and then other approaches. So my research focused on the top to the bottom approach using satellites primarily to monitor and account for greenhouse gas emissions. Ghana, for example, does not have a near real-time greenhouse gas monitoring system. So the question that we can ask ourselves is that what do we do, or how do we plan in terms of policies and in terms of budget in relation to greenhouse gas emissions and how we are going to mitigate them. What my research seeks to do is to provide a solution to that specific problem. So now my research seeks to make forecasts into the future to know Ghana's greenhouse gas emissions footprint. And then based on that, we are able to know that, okay, in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years, this is the amount of greenhouse gas emissions that Ghana is going to emit. And then based on that, we can formulate policies to reduce our emissions, to mitigate the diverse effects or consequences of greenhouse gas emissions that results to global warming and climate change. At the Net Zero Carbon Emissions Lab, we are not just focused on research, we are also focused on training or building ourselves holistically. So one of the trainings that I have received that has been fundamental to blending my research work and then my academic work is time management skills. So to be able to be an effective researcher and then also be a very good student, I prioritize my activities within the day. So each day I have a list of activities that I want to accomplish in both aspects of my life in relation to my academic work and then my research work. And then that helps me to be able to blend the tedious work of research and then academia together as an individual. One thing that I truly like about NCEL is that we are a family. So for example, the projects that we are all working on are, even though they are just fragments or different projects, are integrated to form or to solve a huge or a big problem. And at NCEL, we all work as a family. So if I have a challenge that I am facing in relation to my project, I can seek advice from a co-worker and then they would be very willing to help. And then aside that too, the work environment is very conducive. We have all the resources that we need to do our research. So for example, we have a workstation that we use to run our simulations and then machine learning models. And then this makes the work very easy, something that we could not have done without the needed resources. Aside that too, we have the best of supervisions. So for example, every week we have meetings with our supervisors, and then our supervisors give us advice, and then also they question the work that we've done so far, and then they are able to keep us on our toes, making us work our hearts out and then to be able to provide the needed results that are required of us. So personally, I have the dream of becoming a researcher, a top-notch researcher someday in the future. And the training that we have received so far at the Net Zero Carbon Emissions Lab has added so much to that goal. So first of all, I have acquired skills in how to conduct effective research. I have received skills on many things, including time management, as I mentioned earlier, and then other areas of my life. And then this has helped me as an individual to become a critical thinker, somebody who is interested in finding solutions to particular problems. And then it has also made me how I handle challenges. Initially, when I recognize a challenge, I see the problem to be so big, but now, based on the research or the training that I have received from NCEL, when I see a problem, I'm able to look at the problem from the bigger picture, look into the literature, and then able to provide solutions to that particular problem. The research that I am working on together with my colleagues is a very new area. So in terms of literature, there hasn't been much work done in that particular area, especially in our location or in Ghana or even in Africa. So finding literature to be able to support the work that I'm doing is quite difficult. But in other countries, I've been able to achieve that. And so how I am overcoming that challenge is that I am looking at the global picture, what other countries have been able to achieve, and then narrow that down to the Ghanaian ecosystem. Young people out there, I would advise that don't stop dreaming big. Okay, there is nothing that if you set your mind to do and then you are committed to do that you cannot achieve. So whatever passion or desires that you have, whatever goals that you have, I would want to advise you that start putting the necessary steps down today and then start working towards it. And then by the grace of God, I believe that you'll be able to achieve it. For our stakeholders, reaching net zero carbon emissions is very, very crucial. When we look at the consequences that greenhouse gas emissions would have on our world, it is important that we all come together, all hands on deck, to be able to reduce or put in place policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Attaining net zero carbon emissions is very crucial. So we need the support. As researchers, we need support in various areas of our work. And so we are pleading with our industry partners and our stakeholders to come and collaborate with us to be able to help Ghana achieve its nationally determined contributions and then to be able to achieve net zero carbon emissions by the year 2050. Thank you.